I'm Stephanie,
And I am Meredith.
and welcome to This Is My Circus. So, what's going
Hi.
on, girl?
Well, I always feel like when we do that intro, like I'm waiting on you to stop and say welcome to, and I'm going to be like, "This is my circus," or so. I don't know why that's always in my head. I've had a pretty eventful week.
Mhm,
So we recorded last Monday,
mhm.
and right after we recorded, so with my job doing some restructuring, my position was eliminated.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Did they give you
Um,
like notice? Or they were just like, peace out?
yeah.
Oh my
So they gave
God.
me notice on like a meeting popped up like 15 minutes before, like you have a meeting with HR and the CEO. And I was like, not
That
good,
doesn't sound good. No.
not good. Can I just not go to the meeting? If I don't go to the meeting, will that allow me to
My
not?
gosh.
And I've been through this before with other companies I've worked for. I'm in software, and apparently with that, there's just a lot of shift always, whether it be the company getting sold or just changes in they just always want to redefine like leadership and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I'm in the market for a new position.
Oh my
You can
gosh.
find me on LinkedIn. But I've got some feelers out there and it's going to be okay. I did get a severance package, so that was a good thing to give me a little bit of time to find something. Does Rex hear my voice and he's
He
so
does, and
excited?
he's going crazy.
Hey, Rex.
He's like on his belly, like going like this.
So anyway, that was on Monday. And it sucks. I mean, there's no way about it. I want to work. I need to work.
Yeah.
I enjoy being productive and I enjoy being, a contributing member of society. And again, need to work. So that was Monday. On Tuesday, a friend actually passed away. I think you and I had texted about this. A lady in our community who has sons that are rising freshmen and juniors had
Yes.
been battling breast cancer for 7 years.
Yes.
So her youngest son is Jackson's age, and I think Dylan had played lacrosse with him before. So
Mm,
just she put up a hell of a fight. I
yeah.
mean, she really did. She did everything she could, but we do know that she's, not in pain anymore. She's able to do things that she hadn't been able to do in years because her body is whole now. That's my belief. So last week was a pretty crappy week.
Yeah.
With that said, I know you weren't feeling well. Mine
No.
actually, my funk actually got into my chest a little bit as well, like the end of last week. You said you weren't feeling well. Did you have chest stuff going on,
Well,
or?
I don't know. I thought I started out thinking it was just allergies, because like this time of year, everything's blooming and everybody's cutting their grass and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I'm allergic to like outdoors, period. Um, so it was a Wednesday and I went upstairs. I was like, I'm gonna go lay down. And I never nap during the day. Like I am not a napper. I like am lucky if I think I told you I get like
Yeah.
25 hours of sleep a week,
I
period. I
don't
mean,
know how to do it.
so I lay down and I slept for a couple hours. I fell right asleep, which never happens either. I woke up a couple hours later. Dylan was going to go sleep at a friend's house. So I, got up, drove him to his friend's house. And as soon as I came home, laid back down, it was like 7:30. I didn't wake up until like 7:30 the next morning.
My gosh.
I know, which is my birthday.
I was gonna
Um,
say that's terrible, Steph.
so I was trying to catch up on some stuff because I had, missed most of the day before working.
Yeah.
I couldn't eat anything. Like I had no appetite. My head was just like pounding. I felt like my head was going to explode. But we did start juicing. Like I think we touched on this last week.
Hmm.
So I had read that like you can almost get like a juicing flu, because of like the toxins and stuff coming out of your body. So I don't know if it was part of that or if it was allergies that just hit really bad, but it lasted like another day.
Now, are you just strictly juicing, or are you also eating food as well?
No, no, no. Like again, I don't eat breakfast. So I have juice every morning, in place of a breakfast. Dylan and Brandon are both drinking it as well.
So no Whole Foods.
I don't eat junk food that much anyway. I mean, like this is like my weakness, my
Yeah.
caffeine. But I don't eat a lot of junk food, because of like my dietary restrictions
Yeah.
anyway. You would think I'd be like a lot thinner.
Quit it. You're perfect.
Um,
You're the
but
cutest size
uh,
ever.
but like I can't eat so much stuff because of the gluten intolerance
Yeah.
and other stuff. So most of my diet is whole foods for the most part. So there's not a big change for me. Uh,
Oh,
but
juicing flu. I've never heard of
yeah,
that.
I guess because like all the toxins and stuff that like are in your body probably
That makes sense.
from this from my
Never.
Celsius peach
But we'll,
vibe.
but we'll still take you as a sponsor, Celsius.
Yeah.
So what have you found that you've been juicing that you really liked? Did you find like a specific combo or something that you really found that you
I
were
just
into?
been throwing everything in there. And actually Dylan's been doing it. He's like, this is so satisfying watching like the machine.
Yeah.
Um, whatever I have, I just throw it in there. But we've been doing a lot of like kale, spinach,
Hmm.
celery, cucumbers, and then of course like the fruit. Well, pineapple. Like I love pineapple's probably my
Oh
favorite
yeah.
fruit,
Yeah.
so I do that almost every drink that we make. Watermelon
Cool.
because it's in season and super
It's
cheap.
yeah. Oh my God, I love watermelon. I
Me too.
love watermelon.
So, but it's
Well,
been going really good. Like the machine we got is awesome. It's like, easy to clean, super fast, and
did we link that?
we didn't, but I'll send you the info.
Okay, we'll get
But
that done.
yeah, well, the one I wanted was like the Nama J or whatever, and it's like $550 or something like that. Like that's insane. I found one that somebody had recommended in like a juicing group, and it was only like 100 and I think 40, 35,
I
$40 or
think
something like that.
yeah.
So it
And
was way
mine's
more.
just like a Hamilton Beach
Yeah,
something. Like it's not a fancy thing, but it gets the job done.
yeah.
And they have an excellent warranty because they've already replaced the whole thing one time for me.
Oh wow, that's
So
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, this one I think had a 2-year warranty. But a lady that owned like a juicing bar or something had recommended this juicer like 2 years ago. It works great. I really like it. And at the price point, it was
Yeah.
definitely way more
Awesome.
affordable.
Yeah, send me that link. I'll get
Yeah,
all that stuff in there.
for sure.
Speaking of links, I know you and I had chatted. I can't find the Matt Rife stuff.
Me either. And there's like no time. It just says today. So I went on YouTube like when we were texting this morning and
Hmm.
found his previous one from 2021. I didn't watch much of it. I just watched like the first like couple minutes just to see if there was info, how they
Hmm.
shared it. But there
Yeah,
wasn't. So I maybe it'll just like pop up on his YouTube. I don't know.
maybe. So we're not going to share an event just for that, which of course this is going to be tomorrow. So Tuesday when this
But
drops.
but yeah, and the last one showed his early like the first little bit of it showed his like early comedy days, like 12
Oh
years ago
yeah.
or whatever, when he was just a little baby.
Little baby Matty Rife. He was
Um,
on like Wild and Out or something. Like I've been
oh,
seeing all those clips of what he's done.
they
Yeah.
didn't even like tag him in it. I was watching the clip of it and I was like, is that him?
Yeah. Yeah. Time has definitely worked in his favor.
For sure. And he says that all the time. He's like, I just became this. He's like,
Yeah.
I didn't look like this before.
Yeah. He's so hilarious. I can't wait to watch it. I need some laughter in my life.
Oh, for sure.
Um,
After this week. Oh my gosh, I am so
yeah.
sorry. Oof.
Yeah, thank you. It's life.
Yeah.
It really is. It sucks. We all go through phases when things just
Yeah.
don't fall the way we need them to. And it's just trying to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and move on.
Well, so speaking of like your comeback, which is coming. So I've been listening to Rock Your Comeback and like
Yeah,
I'm obsessed with it now. Like I love that podcast. Like
good.
yeah, so her first like 10 episodes or whatever is her actually reading her first book. So
Okay.
she reads the whole thing. So you can
Because I
actually,
started most recent and was going backwards. I
yeah.
usually do it the way that you in chronological order, but okay. I'll have
So
to switch my settings.
yeah, so and she's super cool. I'm past like the first 10 episodes, but like I'm into like the more motivational stuff now, which her book was
Yeah.
awesome. I love her vibe. I think she'd be such a like cool girl to meet. So
Yeah.
I know that we had talked about interviewing her or whatever, and I think that she actually invited us, or she said that we should come to her next book launch, which is super cool. I am
Very,
not that
very.
important of a person to like go to that kind of stuff.
Same. But what's so funny about her is she is stunning and she is so put together.
Yes.
So I think we had said when we first started talking that she was like the anti us or
Yeah.
whatever.
It's like a little
And we're talking about
intimidating.
Nicole Eaton. Yeah.
Yes.
But to hear her speak, you get just a cool girlfriend vibe from
Yeah.
her.
Yeah. She's
Not,
like super down to earth. Like
yes,
I just
not like the haughty, judgmental that you might think when you see a
Beautiful
walking Barbie doll.
blonde. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah. The anti
totally.
this. This is what I look like when I wake up, y'all.
We're the Wish version of her.
Yes.
Well, speaking of looking like when you just woke up, so I took Jackson to football. It's 9:15ish Eastern time here, Eastern, because we have listeners all over the world.
Hey,
Um,
there was listeners in like Tokyo.
I know, it's crazy. They were probably like, "What is this?" Well, for the other three of you that are listening, y'all are. I'm just kidding. So I took Jackson to football at 7, and I came home and did some stuff, watered some of my flowers, and blah blah blah. I got the load of laundry done, and I was like, I'm just going to lay down for a minute. So, cause like you, not feeling great. So lay down, and I texted you. I was like, I better get this done before the day gets away from me, because I know
Mhm.
you have stuff to do to get this pushed out. So I texted you, and then you responded back. I was literally in the bed in PJs, like still like comfy PJs,
Like
and
this?
very, less than that because there was no bra, no hat, no hair was crazy, and I was like 10 minutes, and when you said yeah, I was like, oh God! So I got up, I did my little bubble hair thing that's so easy to do, and I threw on my Saint makeup
Hmm. I didn't
and
even
put
get that
some.
far.
Well, I'm meeting my sister in a little bit, so I was
Mhm.
like, oh, I'll just go ahead and do it now, and
Well,
that
if
I
that's what
almost
you look like in 10 minutes, girl, you are.
it's that same makeup. I swear, I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Did we link that one? I think we did,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I love that stuff. It's just so easy to throw it on. It tells you exactly where everything goes, and it's one layer. It's not multi blah, blah, blah. And but I think I needed a little pick me up today, and sometimes just put on a little summer dress or put on some makeup and make you feel a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm not getting that far.
And that's okay. If I was doing my regular work, I wouldn't, but I just felt like I needed to, sometimes just
Yeah.
to be more productive, you've got to
Yeah.
amp it up a little bit. So I wanted to ask you though about this book.
Okay. Did you get through it?
So I didn't.
Okay. So the book
So
this week was All the
all,
Missing Girls,
yep. Megan Miranda.
Megan Miranda. Okay. So I listened to it in a day. Like I wouldn't say it's my favorite book, but I didn't mind it. I liked
You were
it.
okay with it?
Yeah,
Can you
well,
read?
and I
You
had
have
some
the
I had some issues with like the characters,
okay.
but I got through it.
Okay. So do you have the blurb
I do,
available?
yeah. It's been 10 years since Nicolette Farrell left her rural hometown after her best friend Corinne disappeared from Cooley Ridge without a trace. Back again to tie up loose ends and care for her ailing father, Nick is soon plunged into a shocking drama that reawakens Corinne's case and breaks open old wounds long since stitched. The decade-old investigation focused on Nick, her brother Daniel, boyfriend Tyler, and Corinne's boyfriend Jackson. Since then, only Nick has left Cooley Ridge. Daniel and his wife, Laura, are expecting a baby. Jackson works at the town bar, and Tyler is dating Annalise Carter, Nick's younger neighbor and the group's alibi the night Corinne disappeared. Then, within days of Nick's returning, Annalise goes missing. Told backwards, day 15 to day 1, from the time Annalise goes missing, Nick works to unravel the truth about her younger neighbor's disappearance, revealing shocking truths about her friend, her family, and what really happened to Corinne the night 10 years ago she went missing. Like nothing you've ever read before, All the Missing Girls delivers in all the right ways, with twists and turns that lead down dark alleys and dead ends. You may think you're walking a familiar path, but then Megan Miranda turns it all upside down and inside out and leaves us wondering just how far we would be willing to protect the ones that we love.
Okay. So I was doing the audiobook on I can't remember Hoopla or Libby, one of our favorites, and
Yes.
it kept losing me. So I would get like 20% into the book every time and then be like, wait a minute, I have no clue what just happened. So I re-listened like thrice, um, trying to get to a good spot. And so it just never clicked with me. I don't know if it was the characters were lacking in my head and nothing
Mhm.
stood out to make them. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the times, the way that the order of the book,
Mhm.
because I did read some reviews where other people were saying that was kind of lost on them. I think I do better with times when I'm actually looking at the book. I absorb it better. When I'm just listening to it,
Yeah.
I've noticed that since I've been doing more audiobooks when it does a time thing. And I think probably because I'm multitasking.
Yeah.
And anyway, so I finally stopped listening to it yesterday, and I was like 75% of the way through the book, and I was like, I'm just not feeling it. And yesterday was the celebration of life for Kathy that I went
Mhm.
to, and I was like, life is too short to listen to a bad book, and I just stopped it. So I have no clue. I get the general premise. I understand like Nick and whatever, but I just could not follow it.
Okay, so I did get lost a couple of times because of the way that the book is written from it's like going backwards.
Right.
So that was very confusing.
Yeah.
Besides the 15 days going backwards, trying to find where
Right.
Annalise disappeared to, then you also had going back and forth from 10 years ago to present day. So it
Yeah.
was confusing on that aspect of it. I did not expect the ending of how it did end, but I did not like the character development of Nick. I
Mm-hmm.
thought she was very like she contradicted herself a lot, like her
Mm-hmm.
character. Um, so I don't know. It was
So
okay.
was the ending Amazeballs? Like, do I need to go back and listen to it?
It wasn't like super amazing, but
Mm-hmm.
it definitely wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. I thought that the dad was gonna be like
Yeah.
this like weirdo that like attacked her friends. No.
But okay, so not
But
him. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's not my favorite book. I'd probably give it like a six, maybe five,
Okay.
six. But
Okay.
just because it was totally not what I was expecting for the ending to
Right.
be. So I did like the twist, but the timeline thing does get confusing. I think,
Yeah. It got me this time for
yeah,
real.
and that's okay. I mean, like everybody's not gonna like all the books. So,
Right. Right.
but speaking of books, I have got a huge issue
Okay.
with Frida McFadden, who was the one that we read that was exactly like the book
Yeah.
before. Okay, so on a lot of the podcasts I listen to, or like she's like the queen of thriller, well, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna give her another chance. I listen to like a
Yeah.
book every 2 days or so. I finish a book, like audiobook. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna listen to her again. So I read The Wife Upstairs. I am
Was
so
it
mad.
Verity?
It was.
I wondered about that.
It was exactly like that. I mean, from the meeting the husband right at the beginning of the book to I mean, like, and I'm
Really?
like, this lady, like, what is going on?
And how is that? Like, how is she getting away with that
Right?
without
And
being
like, how is
sued?
everybody like raving about her? I
Right.
am so mad.
Especially with how big Colleen Hoover is that wrote Verity, and that was a huge book.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know. That's crazy.
I just downloaded this one, which sounds like another book. What was it? Want to Know a Secret. So that's the next one. So I read this like little blurb about it,
Uh-huh.
which sounded so much like that movie Blake Lively was in.
All I can think of is a Sisterhood of Traveling
A
Pants.
Simple Favor. Yeah. So A Simple Favor. So now I'm like, I want to know is everything that this chick has written, I say that loosely.
Yeah,
Um,
just pure plagiarism.
yeah, I'm
How is she getting away with that for real?
I don't know, but like
That's crazy.
I'm like on a mission to figure
You're going to
out.
take her down. So I'm actually reading something else since I dropped that one. I was like, I got to have something else. So I am reading The Vanishing Hour, and
Oh,
it's by Serafina Nova Glass, and it's pretty interesting. It actually is a lot of people, people going missing, trying to figure out why and how. So it does resemble. That's probably why it popped up because it
mhm.
sounds a lot like the what was it that we just read that I bailed on.
Oh, all the missing
It's
girls.
Y'all the Missing Girls. It sounds a lot like that. I could see where they would be quote related because they're missing, vanishing people. So it's not bad. It's pretty interesting actually. I'm reading it, and apparently I have a attention span of a 2-year-old. So apparently,
Well,
if I can make it through it, you guys can too.
we've talked about my ADD.
I might have undiagnosed or self-diagnosed.
I was
Um,
diagnosed like 3 times in my life with it. Like
yeah.
like legit 3 times from doctors.
Um, but Britney Spears has a book coming out.
Yes.
I can't
Okay.
wait for that.
So I am like so conflicted. I keep seeing all this stuff with her, and like I love Britney. I've been a
Yeah.
fan forever. Um, and I am like scared for her. Like if
Oh
like
yeah.
this stuff is true, where is she? So I watched, I don't know, a TikTok, and the guy like broke down the last couple of Instagram videos,
Right, right, right.
and like her teeth doesn't like her teeth has like gaps in it now. Like she's never had gaps in her teeth. Like so they think it's like this imposter, or they think it's an AI version of her. Everything's been done in front of a green screen, or like stuff like this goes
Yeah.
missing out of the background in the same video, like a thing of flowers in the garden, like just disappears in the middle of the video where she's dancing. Like there's such weird stuff.
Now I'm gonna have to go troll her Insta for a little bit.
Well, and that's I got like sucked into like, I go into like black holes.
Yeah. I got nothing else to do right now.
I've got plenty to do, but like I was like, like I'll be like, listening to whatever, like the
Oh
Facebook
right, right,
videos,
right.
and like they just keep going, and then it's like,
Yeah.
is Britney Spears missing? And I'm like, okay, now I'm like need to know
Yeah.
where
Well,
Britney
they've been
is.
saying that for a long time that
Yeah,
like her dude was it her dude, her manager, a little bit of both. Are they the same person? I don't know.
I did
You-
her
is it,
husband that she married, that was her
yeah,
manager.
is that okay? I wasn't sure of this that of the exact linkage there, but yeah, that he's hiding her or she's dead. I don't know all this stuff.
Yeah,
So I
crazy.
mean,
They had her wedding picture up, and like it doesn't even look like her in her wedding picture. So I don't know. Like,
really?
yeah, it's just I don't know. I hope
Okay.
she's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down that rabbit hole for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait to read her book.
Yeah,
And that like like when her and Justin Timberlake broke up, like
yeah,
like that was her downfall. So now they're saying that I guess when she like the conservatorship was done away
yeah.
with and she started writing this book, he was trying to get a meeting with her because she was going to do a tell-all on their breakup, and it wasn't her that was cheating, it was him that was cheating. And
Oh,
he like went on like the big tour of she was this horrible person that broke his heart. And according to what I heard on Facebook, allegedly,
yeah. Throw that in
um
there.
yeah, it was him that was like the dog. And
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely be into that one.
yeah, so I am like all about it when it comes out. Like I totally want to read it.
I will have to check the date, the release date, and put it on
I
our
feel
book
it was like
list.
October or something, I think it was,
Oh,
but
that's really not as far away as I think it is.
no, it's like 2.5 months.
2 months. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't wait to see what she says.
yeah,
Now our next book is Carnegie's Maid by Marie Benedict.
yes, I
We'll
know
see
nothing
what
about this.
same. We'll see what we got going on with that. Hopefully, I make it through, and hopefully, it's not crap. And
Hopefully it's not plagiarism.
hopefully, it's not plagiarism. Hopefully, it doesn't make us, angry and terrified and sad all at the same time. And hopefully, it keeps my attention span of whatever I got going on these days.
Well,
And still send some book recommendations in. We'd love to get those. Seriously.
yes,
Don't think, oh, they've got a lot of recs. They don't want to hear what I have to say. We want to hear. We want to
yes,
hear every single one.
yes. We like to read.
Um, yes, please, please, please. What
This
else?
this week was Pennsylvania for our crimes.
It was.
Do you
It sure
want
was.
to go first?
Crime or law?
Let's start with laws. Let's shake it up a little.
Oh, I like shaking it up. Like a something on the
A
rocks.
salt
Okay.
shaker?
Yes. Look, there's literally one right in front of me because I'm sitting at the kitchen table. And that didn't even come to mind. I was thinking of On the Rocks.
I was thinking like Little John, like shake it like a salt shaker.
Perfect. See, now you're going into the musical, at least, never mind, I'm stopping. Okay. Fireworks stores cannot sell fireworks to the residents of Pennsylvania,
That's
which,
true, actually, because when I was going up there, they
yeah.
have fireworks stores, but you need an out-of-state license to buy the fireworks. And
I was
so,
going to ask you, since that is where you're from,
yeah,
that's legit.
yeah. So my brother like would bring me to the fireworks store because I had out-of-state license.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah, so that's the legit thing. All right, and Newton, Pennsylvania, I have no clue where that is. No man may purchase alcohol without written consent from his wife.
Oh Lord, that's funny. I'm glad though, because it's usually the other way around. Like
Yes.
women can't do this, women can't do that unless you have blah blah blah. Yeah, get my permission to do anything.
Boom.
Um, More than 16 women cannot legally live together as it constitutes a brothel. Now, we've had something similar to this where it was like 4 women, I think, but 16? That's a lot of women in one house.
Why is it automatically a brothel?
Because you know how we do.
Well, in Philadelphia, I found this one really weird. In Philadelphia, it is illegal to put pretzels in a bag.
What are you supposed to put them in? A container?
But like, don't you buy them in bags?
Yes. Wait, is that where the big pretzel thing is? Is there a big
Yeah.
pretzel place that
Yeah.
sells them in bags?
I don't know.
They do, though. They do.
Well, it's
Oh my
illegal.
God. Well,
People breaking the
uh,
law.
breaking them. It's illegal to discharge a cannon, revolver, or gun at a wedding.
Oh,
Don't take your cannon to. How about these guns? Can I take these guns?
do you have a license for those? Well,
um,
in Pittsburgh, no one is allowed to sleep in a refrigerator.
I see the logic behind that one. Somebody could die.
Well, why does that need to be said?
Okay, last one for me. You cannot sing in the bathtub. Nope, can't do it. Don't ask. Can't do it though.
All right, well, in Danville, all fire hydrants must be checked 1 hour before all fires.
Okay, so now we're working in reverse again.
Yeah. How like do they have psychics like that can like see these
Predict.
fires?
Get over there. You got 58 minutes. Needs to be checked.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
funny. So I have a dumb criminal as well to share. This is from 2015, and my source was WRGBCBS 6 News. Pennsylvania police say a man used his own credit card to Jimmy open a door, then left it behind when the homeowner startled him in the middle of the crime. I mean, come on, dude.
That's very reminiscent of the guy that put his real phone number on the job
The
application before he
Yep,
robbed the convenience store.
yep,
Yeah.
totally, totally.
Well, this is from the Daily Item. A retired police chief says he was robbed by probably the dumbest criminal in Pennsylvania. It happened Friday morning at police officers' convention near Harrisburg, where 300 narcotic officers from Pennsylvania and Ohio were gathered. John Camperito says as he came out of a stall in the men's room, a man was pointing a gun in his face, demanding his money. He gave up his money and cell phone, but when the man fled, whatever the dude's name is, and some
Mhm.
colleagues chased him. They arrested the 19-year-old as he was trying to leave in a taxi.
Again with the
So,
taxi?
yeah. So when the reporter asked the criminal for a comment as he was led out of court, he said, "I'm smooth."
I'm smooth. That sounds like something I would say
So he goes
stupidly.
into a narcotics convention with 300 police officers
Oh my gosh.
and tries to rob one at gunpoint.
Uh,
Yeah,
I got nothing for that, dude.
I don't know.
This is why, congratulations, guy. You made the dumb criminal segment of This Is My Circus podcast.
Yes, because he's got his own circus and his own
Yeah,
monkey.
apparently. If these people would listen to our podcast, they would know what not to do, though, because we've covered the taxis and all that before. Like, come on, dude. Be smarter than that.
So step one is get like a super, super, super old like hoopty ride, like it doesn't have GPS in it.
Yes, yes,
Two, leave your phone at home.
yes. Number 3, don't try to rob somewhere where there's law enforcement that are packing heat. Oh, speaking of a car, we watched a movie last night called The Mother. Have you heard of it?
Mm-mm.
You've not heard. It's got Jennifer Lopez in it. First of all, she's 53 years old and bad to the bone. She's
Well,
beautiful.
if I had all the money in the world, I would be too.
I know, I know. But anyway, they always get trapped in a parking deck and they're trying to find a car to break into in movies. And she gets under an old truck and the dude's like walking, so she can't like jimmy the door and get in because he'd see and hear the door. So she gets underneath the old truck where it's all rusted out and like bangs out the bottom of it and goes up that way. I know. It was a pretty good movie though.
I would not be good in these kind of situations.
No, me neither. It's like the I'm always fascinated like the Born Identity movies and all that where he just grabs. I remember one scene in particular. He's walking down a hallway and he takes off the wall the like the fire path, the exit
Hmm.
for the emergency exit, and he uses it as his map. Like
Hmm.
things that I don't even think about. I mean, I know people like this really exist. Maybe he is real. I
I
don't.
would be like the first dead.
You're gonna be that first one that's gone.
Be like, you know what?
Um,
Just pick me.
go ahead and take me out painlessly, please. Um,
Just get it over with. Don't waste
yeah,
either of our times.
right. And I had dinner with a friend last week, and she recommended to watch a show on Prime called The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Oh,
I don't know if you saw Outer Banks.
mhm.
Very similar. It
I
has
feel like
two.
there's a
There
book.
is.
Okay.
There is. I didn't, of course, didn't know about the book, or I would have read the book first. But very good show.
Oh, cool.
Very good show. I binge watched like the first season in like 2 days. Yeah. And the second season just came out Friday, Thursday, Friday, something like that. So very good.
Hmm.
Very good.
Well, that's cool. Well,
Yeah.
speaking of being 52 and looking wonderful, I am not 52, but I am 41. Just newly 41. I kept seeing it on TikTok and on Facebook, that Solar Wave, the
Yeah.
red light therapy wand thing. So it should be here today.
I cannot wait
So
to
these
hear
like
how.
bags and dark circles under my eyes because I only sleep like, 30 hours a month.
Yeah,
I,
I have bad wrinkles under my eyes. Long story short, mine are hereditary.
Mhm.
So nothing I can do can get rid of them. But like I've had Botox and all kinds of stuff trying to fix them. But
Does
I'm interested
Botox
to see.
hurt?
I mean, it doesn't feel good,
But like,
especially like right there.
yeah,
I mean, it's been years since I had it, but I
yeah,
would do it again if I had a vial of it right here.
yeah. Well, like they used to do like the Botox parties where like
Yeah,
they come to your house and do it
yeah,
right there.
totally.
But I want it on my forehead.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'd
I've
take
got
it everywhere.
I got the three lines on my forehead and I call them WTF
I
because
think I'm
that's
gonna have.
my what the F face.
Yeah. I was playing with my face the other day as I was bored, and like my face is getting so droopy right here. I'm gonna have to buy some of that face tape so I can do that. I'm interested to
Unless
see
there's a
that.
med spa that wants to sponsor us.
I'm totally down. I will cut me open and fix whatever. Your machine should be there today.
Hmm. It's just like a little wand. It looks almost like a razor. And you just like glide it, I guess, 3 times a week for like 10 minutes a day.
Oh,
So we'll see.
I can't
This
wait to
is the
see.
before.
Take a pic. Take a pic so we can see. Um, for our dumb crime and law, let's do Michigan. Is that okay? So, what else are you getting into today? Y'all got a launch going on?
We had launches last week, but the American Cornhole League World Championship starts in 12 days.
And
And
that's in Rock Hill.
it is in Rock Hill. So we set up a booth every year there. So it's just a lot of preparation, getting ready for it. Every year they kind of change things a little bit. And so
Yeah,
kind of with that, we also have to do our bag changeovers, like all the stamp
yeah.
changeovers. And so it's just a lot for like 3 weeks. It's just like bananas craziness.
So, how long does the tournament last? 3 weeks?
No, no, no. It's 1 week. So
It's
it
1 week, but
starts.
the prep and everything is
Yeah, it starts on the 29th. We can set up on the 28th, and then it's like the whole following week.
okay.
So it's a lot.
So, where is it in Rock Hill?
It's at the sports center.
The big, huge sports where they do
Yeah.
basketball and volleyball.
Hmm.
And then, so is that where all the vendors are set up too?
Hmm. Yeah. Last year, because there's so many more companies now, we've been with
Yeah,
for I think this is our fourth or fifth year, but every year so many more people are trying to join
yeah,
the ACL. So last year, the whole inside, like this like room that they've always put the vendors in, was completely full. And then they also put vendors in an outside hallway.
yeah.
So it's just growing so much.
And that's where the competition is as well. So the vendors and the comp are right there together.
Mhm.
Do you know anything about admission?
It's
Like for a
actually
general.
it's free to go other than like the televised events. And those tickets are 10, 15, and $20 depending on where you want to sit. The televised like ESPN events.
I'll have
They
to come and check you out,
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah. So yeah, it's free to come. It's free to like, like walk around and watch the
Yeah.
like the regular events. Yeah, the only thing
Right.
they charge for is the televised events.
And still $10 is nothing.
No.
A
Yeah.
basketball tournament is $40 for the weekend a person.
It's really cool. Like, of course, we know a lot of the players, so it's fun to get to see it because everybody's like all over the country.
Yeah.
So it's nice to not have to travel very far and get to see
Oh yeah.
everybody.
Oh yeah.
Um, but yeah, so it's a lot, and then like like almost like when you're planning your wedding, and it's like year long like planning,
Yes.
and then it's like over in like 4 hours, and you're like all of that work, and that's all.
Yeah. I've done trade shows when I was in ophthalmology and other things where you go and you work at the booths or you attend all the classes and yeah, all the prep work, all the setup, all the worry and the headache, and then
Yeah.
it's over. Yeah. So we'll do Michigan next time
Hmm.
and our book next time. Oh, was there anything else? I'm not trying to rush us.
No, I don't think I had anything else other than so Tori, who is Adrian Johnson's
Yeah.
significant other, will be here for the ACL championship. So maybe we can interview her while she's here.
Oh,
'Cause
that
we
would be
had talked,
so awesome.
yeah, we had talked about interviewing her for the show. She has a travel agency business, plus she is the significant other of a pro.
Yeah.
And again, he has a cajillion followers, and he's just like a very, present,
Yeah.
significant presence in the cornhole industry. So just to get her take on, supporting somebody in that kind of role, and
Totally. That'd be
work-life
very cool.
balance, traveling. She has to
Yeah.
travel with him and do a lot of stuff with him. And they have a 2-year-old together.
Yeah.
And she's also, stepmom to his, I think he's 8 or 9 now.
Oh wow.
So yeah, she's got a lot of roles that she fills, and balancing all that is not easy.
Yeah.
So
Wow. Yeah, totally. Let's see if when she's here if we can work something out.
yeah,
Yeah,
so that'll be fun.
totally. Sounds awesome. I'm
Oh,
excited. Lots of fun stuff. I can't wait to see how your booth is set up and all that kind of stuff.
well, last year, like we put up like these LED lights, and like we had like they were
Yeah.
like glowing.
That's cool though.
But
Well,
all right.
um,
Well, I hope
it-
you have fun with your sister today. I hope you have a good
thank you. I'm excited to
lunch.
see her. I don't get to see her as much as I'd like to, so it's
Yeah.
always fun to get to meet up with her
Yeah.
and spend some time with her. I was trying to think if there's anything else.
Reviews. I didn't see anybody. We didn't inspire anybody last week with our
No,
reviews. We would love for you to let us know how we're doing,
please.
preferably nicely with a 5-star review would be fabulous.
Would
Um,
really like to see that.
if you're not
Five
in our
star.
yeah, if you're not in our Facebook group, we would love for you to join. We will link tomorrow the Matt Rife special that's going to be on YouTube today at some point. I just can't find a time for that. Uh,
Yeah, it's
but
probably drop and we'll just have to pin that. So.
and we put funny videos. Oh my gosh, I saw that you did post that seal slapping the
Oh
octopus
yeah,
video.
that just looked like a great. Like, how is that even real?
I don't know, but I had to have watched it 10 times the first time I saw it, and I laughed every single time. It's
I
just
know.
something I could like watch a million times and still not get sick of. Like
I know. It was crazy. Like, how did that even happen? Anyway, yeah, it was adorable.
the funniest thing ever.
Yeah,
So
it was great. If you hadn't watched it, go check it out. It's just a quick couple second video that'll make you smile.
everybody needs a laugh on Tuesdays.
Yes, totally. All right. So we'll do our next book, the Carnegie whatever's I said. Um we'll link the
Maid, wasn't
book.
it the maid? Carnegie
The
Maid?
Carnegie Maid, yes.
Yeah.
We'll do the Carnegie Maid, and Michigan will be our state we jump into. And I think that is it.
Yes. Well, thank you guys for listening. We appreciate all of you, and we
Totally.
will post another episode next Tuesday.
Sounds good. Thanks, y'all.
All right, bye. Thank you.
Bye.